Anyways, I was having a conversation the other day with a guy who is no longer in the coffee industry, but um, he's on to some other kind of company. But he started out in this coffee industry, and I had posted something about coffee, so he wanted to just drop in. He said Organo made coffee selling and referral marketing cool many years ago. And I said, yeah, I'm so excited. I said, I've never been a part of anything that I have found, health coffee wise that I really love. And I really love this. And so I can't wait to share it. And I asked him, I said, he told me that he made his first seven figures in referral marketing or network marketing, whatever you guys want to call it, MLM. He made his first seven figures in a coffee company. I thought that was crazy. So I said, I'm going to do a team training tonight. This was on Wednesday when I was supposed to do rank maker prior to all the weather and the rain. But I said, 5 tips, real quick, 5 tips for the newest person who is going to be marketing coffee. And I wanted to just share all the things that he shared with me. I watched a couple of old school videos. I was doing my little research on all the coffee companies that have been out there and the ways that they promote. And I made a lot of notes and I wanted to share them with you guys. So I'm going to start off. If you've got your notes, I want you to write down all these things so that you can use this later on for your social media. Okay, so I have written down here notes from someone who made 7 figures in the coffee selling business. Okay. We all know that coffee is the number 2 consumed beverage worldwide, not just in the US. Obviously, water is number 1, coffee is number 2. Why in this industry is coffee a hit? Because to truly have a residual income, you need a consumable product. How many of you have Viseo products, Viseo vitamins, Viseo V3, Viseo detox, and you have forgotten to take them? Be honest right now. Have you ever forgotten to take your Viseo products? Yes, you have. I have. We've all done it. But people don't forget to drink their coffee in the morning. They don't. People who get up and go to work and work an 8 to 5 job, who wake up at 6 or 5 o'clock in the morning, do not forget to drink their coffee. It's something that they do. So they're saying that the reason that a coffee business is so strong in any type of company is because it is truly a product that you can have a residual income in. We've always said that to be successful in this industry, you have to have a consumable product every 30 days, right? You run out of Viseo products, they make you feel better, they help you get off prescription medication, whatever, you're going to reorder them. You don't need that with candles and leggings and purses and whatever else there is in the industry. The reason we have such a strong residual base here is because we have products that people are ordering every 30 days. You have the potential to have a very strong residual coffee base if you can promote this straight out of the gate. So he said, coffee is a reminder that you do not need to take, right? Coffee has the potential to do a massive residual business. The way to have a big business in coffee is by the sampling game. More samples, more customers that contribute over to, he calls them distributors, but brand partners for us. And the way that those are the 5 things that he told me. He just said that coffee, yes, I'm consuming 1 to 10. Actually, that Americans consume way less coffee than other people in the world do. Other people in the world consume 4 to 5 cups of coffee a day. So if you want to branch your business out to other countries, those other countries are probably going to be stocking up way more on this coffee product than the US is. But Americans only have 1 to 2 cups of coffee per day, but other countries have 4 to 5. So the way, if you guys saw a post I shared yesterday that my husband and I did, it was because the night that I was doing all this research and looking over the ways to really jump into the coffee business is I was reading a bunch of people who have gone and made millions of dollars in any sort of coffee company. And I will say, after doing all the research versus our coffee versus some of these coffees that have been around for a while, wow, we have a very, very power-packed coffee package, considering some of these companies have gone on and they're multi-million, almost billion-dollar companies selling coffee, and their coffee is just it's coffee with a few things, but it's nothing like what we have here. So I'm really excited about that. But the way that he recommended that you share with people, and this is for your stories, this is for in person, this is for on your timelines, on your Instagram, whatever. He said, when you approach people, I want you to think, he said, when you're asking people, you know, like maybe you're like, hey, he said he would go into businesses where he would see his friends, and if someone was sitting at a desk, he'd be like, hey, do you drink coffee? And the person would be like, yeah. And he said, you know, how do you like your coffee? I drink it, you know, black with 2 sugars or whatever. And he'd be like, oh, okay, well, you know, have they ever, what's your favorite brand? Is it Folgers? Is it Maxwell House? Is it Starbucks brand? Is it Life Boost? Whatever your favorite coffee is. And then they would answer, and he would say, have they ever given you a check for drinking their coffee? And the answer was it's always no, obviously, right? It's always no. And he would say, here, I want to introduce you to the coffee that is paying me to drink it. And he would hand them 2 samples. He said, you never give somebody 1 sample of coffee. You make sure you always give 2 samples of coffee. And on the samples, you want to make sure that they have some way to contact you. I am terrible about this. I have carried V3 samples around with me in my purse, and I'll hand someone a sample, and I literally have no way to contact that person ever again. And the way he said, you have a stash in your bag or whatever that's just for coffee samples, and you just take a permanent marker or a label or whatever, and you put your name and number or information on there. Or if you give someone a sample, you make sure you get their contact information. And in today's world, don't put your number in their phone. Make sure you get their number so that you can call them and check up on them. But don't give someone a sample unless you give them your contact info, your link, or some sort of info about how they can reorder it. I think the biggest testimony, the Avery printable labels are great. If you sell trials, if you sell, if you're giving away samples, I've given away probably 30 in the last week, just because my husband went to school. He's been drinking it at school. Y'all, he did not drink coffee. Jared, any of my closest girls on here, any of my friends know that my husband does not drink coffee. He would laugh at us if we were going on a road trip and he had to stop at Starbucks for all of us. He would totally laugh. He does not like it. And I will tell you, the reason that he's so in love with it now is not necessarily for the taste, because you can dress coffee up, you can dress coffee down, you can make it taste however you want. It is how it made someone feel. We have always said, people won't remember what you say, but they will remember how you feel. Okay. This coffee is making people feel amazing. I don't know if it's a mental clarity for me. The first day I took it, I was on my way to the airport to go to Salt Lake to film the convention. And it made me just feel like I was so alert, and like, yes, Bethany said, the clarity, the mental cognition of what I was doing and how I felt like my brain was just ready for anything. That kind of sounds ridiculous. I may be sure I never say that again. But I just felt like I was ready. I was just ready to tackle anything that was thrown at me, and that I could accomplish anything. And if it's making us feel like that, imagine what it's going to make. We already feel good. We already take all of the Viseo supplements, and it's already making us feel this good. Imagine what it's going to do for the person who out there is not taking any products, who is not taking any supplements, who's probably just barely clenching on and hanging on. Yeah, Stephanie says, especially post-COVID. Y'all, give the samples away. This is a time to invest in your business. Lindy is selling her samples. If you can sell your samples, go for it. But I'm going to tell you right now, thinking back to how I joined this company and how I first got started and how I launched my business, I was giving away a ton of CBD samples, a ton of CBD. I still do give away samples in CBD. But for me, that is always just going to be an investment in your business. If you give away, think about this: one tube of a coffee is $2. You give away two, that's a 4 days, $4. What if these people come back, order straight as a customer on auto ship for the next year? What is the return on your investment for giving samples away? It's massive. It's huge. The key to a big coffee business. I'm trying to read some of these comments in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna move this over here. Anyways, so the key, in my opinion, is going to be samples. I have made several posts on my stories, several posts on my page asking for samples. I've got a whole stack of them. I'm giving just 2 away in an envelope, super simple. So for social media, for the one person buying coffee as a customer for 12 months is $144. Yeah, and I did a little bit of research on how much like the packages of coffee are. There's a coffee company called Life Boost, and it's relatively healthier coffee. They say they have a higher pH. It's not as acidic, yada, 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 but it has none of the ingredients that we have as far as like all the nourishing health benefits of what we have. It's $50 for a bag of coffee at Walmart. $50 for a bag of coffee at Walmart. And that bag of coffee is not going to last them a month. I can promise you, if they're drinking 2 cups a day, it's not going to last them that long. My dad buys the little K-cups of Maxwell House, and those are super, super expensive. So we're providing value here, and we've got to be sure that we provide that value on our social media. Be sure to tell a story. If you haven't gotten your coffee or you don't like coffee, it's okay to still promote coffee even though you don't use it. That, you know, people who say, well, I don't have all of the I don't have all the products, so I can't market all the products. That's not true. That is 100% not true. You can promote and market every single product that Paseo has, even though you don't have it, or even though you don't use it. That'd be like me having a restaurant and being like, you know what? I don't recommend the number 1 because I don't really use the number 1, or I don't really like the number 1. Okay. Other people love the number 1. Other people are ordering the number 1. Other people can benefit from the number 1. You have got to promote and market even if you don't use coffee, because somebody out there who is on your timeline, somebody out there who is looking through your billboard, remember your stories that people swipe through? That's like your storefront. We have an online health and wellness store. That is your storefront of your boutique. And think about everything that you put out there. People are scrolling through and they're seeing what that you have to offer. So promote what you have, not just what you take. Okay. So here's what I will say about this. If you get too salesy and you get too selly, I always say, what is it? Try to sell equals repel or something like that. Like you will repel people. If you start going in and just posting like the graphic of the coffee that's from the PDF with your link and stuff, you're going to lose people. You want to jump in there, and Lindy and I and a lot of other people have created content. There is a social media content folder on the Dream, Win, Believe Facebook group under albums. Okay. And it has under there on the albums, it has by category of product, all the social media that you can use. So for social media, this is what's really important to me. If you use the product and it has done wonders for you, you have to tell the story. I was here, now I'm here. I used to hate coffee. This is why I love coffee. I used to be tired and exhausted and not be able to focus. I got mom brain. Now this is where I'm at. Okay. Tell the story. Always follow it up with some sort of graphic about the coffee. What makes our coffee different? Why would somebody want to use our coffee? Okay. So me drinking my coffee, telling a story. Next thing, going to be a graphic of some sort of information of using the graphics that we have created for you. And I'm a real stickler on this. I'm going to be real honest. There's a lot of 7-figure and 8-figure income earners in this company who go out and post Paseo all over their stuff. It's not that I'm trying to hide Paseo from people. It's that I want to brand myself instead of branding Paseo. I love Paseo. I'll take their products till the day I'm lights out. Okay. But I am not big on posting what company I'm with, because I still get messages in my inbox every single week about what do you do? I tried to play detective and I can't figure it out, but I want to know more. I want to know what products you're taking. If I brand myself out there and just say I'm Viseo, 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 people are just going to go look up Viseo. And I heard one of these, it's so funny. I was listening to this Organo Gold guy, and he said, if you give someone a sample of your product and it says Viseo on it, and you don't get their information or you don't have a way to contact them, he said, and they love it, he said, they're going to go Google Viseo. They're going to see one of these top income earners like Loren Richards, Ricky and Francois, Holly and Corbin. They're going to go find one of those top income earners and they're going to go join with them because you didn't give them the information to order. So be sure that when you are promoting your products, you are giving that person a way to get back in touch with you. But also when you plaster yourself out there about what you do and you don't make it curious or provide any like, hey, what's that girl doing? Or, you know, she's gotten all these great results, but I'm confused about what she's doing. If you just put it all out there, they'll go Google it and they might go join with somebody else instead of you. So that's my 2 cents about it. I think everything is duplicatable in this business. If you're brand new to this company and you try to go, you know, share with somebody else, they're going to start posting all their stuff about Viseo, and it's just going to trickle down. So be aware. It's not like we're trying to hide it. Like if I got a Viseo shirt on and I'm doing something, I'm not hiding it. And I'll, you know, I'll mainly put it on my story. So it's there in 24 hours and it'll come back down. But my phone started ringing. So I'm going to get this off. Make sure this comes back. Anyway, so I'm just saying be aware if you do make a graphic that you make sure that the Viseo portion is on there. When I'm holding products, I make sure you can't see Viseo. If I'm flashing something, I make sure I can't Viseo. On Instagram, there's a way to take the logo off. I do that. I'm just saying be aware of it. So story sell, right? Story sell. Okay, so we're telling the stories on the product. Facts tell, and we want to follow it up with some sort of fact. So we got a story, why it works for us. We got a little infographic or fact about our coffee, why it's better. Do the next one, we're going to do a little poll. Make sure if you create polls, that make sure when you create polls that you do not leave yourself up for a negative poll request. Don't ever put something in your poll that's like, hey, do you want more info? Yes or no. Don't say that. Do yes or heck yeah. You want to make sure you have something positive on each side because other people can see the percentage of polls when they're scrolling through. And if people's like, you want more information about what I do? And everybody's like, no, 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 no. All those other people can see that. So don't leave yourself open for negativity when you're doing your polls. And then a question, follow it up with a question. On Instagram and Facebook, you can do the little questions, be like, how do you like your coffee? You know, like, what's your favorite way of coffee? Do you drink your coffee black? What's your favorite brand of coffee? Have you thought about a convenient coffee? Ask some questions, get people involved. But remember, the one thing here is that if they buy Starbucks, if they buy Folgers, if they buy Maxwell House, they aren't getting a check for referring people. Those coffees have never paid anybody to promote them. This is the coffee that's going to put money back in your pocket for drinking with it. Remember that. All right. I only have a few more things about everything else. VBurn, social media. I wrote down here real quick. Reasons why instant coffee is better. In the world of brewing your own cup of coffee and everybody who's got the fancy machines that do it, why is instant coffee? Why is our coffee going to be better? Here we go. Cheaper. It is cheaper. It is faster. It is easier to make. It is on the go and it is convenient. Boom. All those things. You can take it to work with you. You don't got to have a whole coffee pot. Okay. You can be in your car. You can just roll through a drive-through somewhere and be like, hey, I need some hot water. You know, a lot of people like cold coffee. Dump it in a bottle of water and drink it cold. I saw everybody in Salt Lake drinking cold coffee. I'm not a cold person. I don't really like anything cold. I don't even like ice cream. I know I'm a communist. But listen, I love my coffee hot. And so it is super convenient to mix it up and go. So those are the reasons why instant coffee is going to be great for us to promote. Next one. V-burn, before and after photos are huge. If you fail on this, you will regret it. I took my before and after pictures and I took them in my underwear. How am I going to put that on Facebook? I'm not. Dang it. I should have took them with my clothes. Lenny didn't even take it before and after. Idiot. Idiot sandwich. All right. But I've already lost 10 pounds. So it's like now I can't even go back and take one. I'm going to retake one anyways. But the V-burn is legit awesome. I am infatuated with it. Take 2 to 4, depending on how much weight you want to lose. I am taking 2 in the morning. Jared and I both take ours in the morning. The reason they tell you to take it at night is because that was when the clinical study and the clinical trial was done on the product. And so you take it whenever you want. Lindy's down 13.5 pounds. Holy smokes. Before and after. Here's another thing that I want to really encourage you. Non-scale victories. Okay. So we've got before and after photos. We've got, oh, I'm down 13 pounds, but I really want you to notice non-scale victories like, oh, I tried on a pair of leggings just yesterday. They still look like I was smuggling somebody in them, but I could get them on, which was important because I had not even been able to get them on. So that is a non-scale victory. I won't be sharing that, Lindy, because Lindy's dying. But don't forget about how it's making you feel. I'm measuring tomorrow because I'm pretty sure I'm down a pant size. See, those are non-scale victories. Be sure you put non-scale victories. I've got more energy. I'm not as hungry. I used to wake up starving, couldn't wait to eat breakfast. Now I'm going, and quite honestly, I'm being truthful about this. I can drink my coffee in the morning and I don't feel like I'm not even really ready to eat again until dinner. And so that is a non-scale victory right there that is worth sharing. It is helping boost your metabolism. It is burning fat. So be sure that you on V-burn take before and after pictures, share the non-scale victories, also share about how you feel if you're forcing yourself to eat, if you feel like you're going longer in between meals. Those are things that you want to share about how you feel. That is big when you are promoting weight loss. Also feel free to share other people's stories. Lindy shared a Instagram post or a story post that she created with just my testimony and my husband's testimony in a photo, and it's gone all over. And I didn't even start it. And I've had people in the company, Dallin Larson and Tracy Gibbs, called me and they were like, hey, can you jump on a call for our Japan team because we've heard that you've, lost 10 pounds with V-burn. And I was like, I didn't even start this. Lindy started this. But anyway, so share other people's stories because people will see them. And there's always that something about third-party validation. Like I said, it's not always about what happens to you, but what happens to somebody else that you know that can be big for people. They're like, oh, Lindy, she loses weight all the time. I ain't worried about her. But man, her friend lost 10 pounds already in 1 week. Gosh, I better try that. Y'all see how that works? Okay, so last thing I'm going to talk about before I wrap this up, I really wanted to go 30 minutes and I got 3 more, is today, February 4th, is Wear Red in the support of the Heart Month. So today is February 4th. It is Wear Red on social media. I have on my cardio shirt. And February is Heart Month, so we need to be promoting cardio. We need to be promoting heart health in general. There's a lot of other products that we have other than cardio that promote heart health. There's turmeric with our Renew spray. There's Core, there's Eternal, there's a lot of CBD. All of those have cardiovascular health benefits. And so get creative. But today I encourage all of you to go put some sort of red on and take some sort of photo. If you don't have cardio product at all, just, drop something in like, hey, I'm wearing red today in support of heart health or whatever. And I'm so excited about the new heart product that I'm going to be taking every month that is proven to reduce heart disease risks. Okay. So that's what I would say. Even if you don't have your product yet, post a photo in red and say, I'm so excited about this new thing that I'm taking that's supposed to reduce cardiovascular disease and heart health risks. So that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to talk about. I couldn't wait to share the coffee stuff with y'all because really my mind is racing. I see every single one of you on here having a massive residual income with just coffee. Number 2 most consumed beverage in the world. And if you haven't tried it yet, it's going to blow your mind on just how it makes you feel. Yeah, it tastes good, right? Okay. I like all the, I do, most of the time I do always low carb diets when I diet or when I'm trying to lose weight. And so everything I put in it is like Swerve or stevia, or erythritol, monk fruit. I try to use an all natural sweetener in my coffee, a little heavy cream, or nut milk cream, like almond milk, vanilla almond milk, whatever, hazelnut, whatever you want to use. Stay away from sugars. Do you know the average American consumes 4 teaspoons of sugar in 1 cup of coffee? So don't do that, you know, like keep it down to 1, keep it down to 2 if you like the real stuff, if you're going with real sugar. But anyways, guys, I'm so excited about the potential of these 3 new products. VBurn is going to be huge. Coffee is already blowing up. With VBurn, guys, we just need more stories. We need more testimonies. This product can't really get off the ground until every single person starts taking it and taking it the way they're supposed to. Don't forget to take it. It's not going to work if you don't take it. All these products are based off of consistency and repetitive taking every single day. So be sure to take it. I'm going to unmute y'all. Unmute. Or everybody unmute yourself. Can y'all unmute yourself? No? Ask all to unmute. Okay, y'all unmute. Let's chat.
Hey, I wanted to ask you guys, we've been chatting about doing a challenge group through CBD plus liposomes with weight loss with the VBurn and getting hot girl, hot guy summer on. I'm going to be making some graphics for that. Jared has given me some inspo from his work challenge. So if you're interested in that, we will be getting you soon. Probably start in like a week or 2 so you can get your product. So just FYI, that's coming.
Can you turn that down for just a sec?
All right, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank y'all for hopping on. I know if you're probably trapped in the ice today. I worked those phones so hard yesterday. It was insane. I felt like I never put my phone down, but I worked those phones so hard. I was promoting coffee all day. Guys, this is the perfect coffee weather. I was promoting coffee. Don't forget that I've created in the groups, I have created a section where you and just search coffee, just go into the DWB group and search coffee. But I put in there like all types of little headlines and stuff that you can use. If you take a picture of you and your photo, go through that group and be like, oh, this is a good tagline for what I'm going to promote with my coffee today. Lots of cute quotes, lots of cute things to use, advertising stuff for coffee. Don't forget that is in there. There's also statistics and facts on heart disease. That would be a great one to share today with your red. Lots of good things in that group. So be sure you're in the DWB group and make sure you know how to get to the albums with the social media content, and then go search for coffee or search for Cardia, and you'll find those facts and information to use on your social media. If you need help with a post, feel free to reach out, guys. And we're gonna wrap this up. I'm so glad y'all hopped on. I love you guys. Texans, stay warm. We should be out of this in a few 1 or 2 days. I don't know. I'm hoping I fly out tomorrow to Idaho. Woohoo! I'm super excited if my plane makes it, since my last 2 flights on Thursday and Friday were canceled. But I'm excited. Y'all reach out. Y'all got my number. Love y'all. Mwah.
Am I being serious?